Good morning, everybody. Whether you are balling or short calling, thank you for joining us for another installment of the Basketball National League. We're at Wembley Arena in the south of Johannesburg to catch the best of Mzansi basketball, and we are the best in the analytics of basketball. Not just me, my main man Q, Polisi. Guys, what an exciting weekend of basketball that we have had. My goodness, we're gonna go through everything, but we gotta start with the Doozy Royals, the Eagles, the Mountaineers. Polisi, I know, man, we didn't expect this when we started out the season.
We definitely didn't expect this weekend. It's just been a great weekend of basketball. The storylines have been great. I've been all about the coaching. I'm really worried about the relationship the coaches have with their players, the intangibles, the little things out there that really count. Our players respecting and responding to their coaches. I also just love the surprise that we have. The Western Cape Mountaineers, they've got a system in place. It's worked for them right now, so take a note. I take a page out of their book because they are definitely one of the contenders for the playoffs. And hey, the Doozy Royals in trouble.
Definitely one of the contenders, Quinton, and it must be great as well. You know, we talked about the disparity in the league and the closing of that, and now we've reached this point in the season. Last couple of games are going to determine who gets into the playoff spot. We couldn't ask for anything better.
I have a hashtag for you. Mzansi Basketball Rocks. And that's what it's been this weekend. You know, we get to see a little bit of how the disparities changed. I don't think Doozy Royals kind of thought that after this weekend they'd be on the end of a 2-game losing streak. You know, I don't think any of us could have even predicted that. And that's what makes it so great, is now it becomes even more unpredictable than it was before, because teams are starting to get better. You know, and it's nice to see. It's great for us as well.
Great for us as well, guys. A lot of shock results this weekend. Let's have a look at some of those results. We started out on Friday, the Doozy Royals with a shocking loss to the Northwest Eagles, and then we had the Mountaineers. They handled business over the Zebras. Saturday was a big one as well, and our first game gave us a great installment of basketball with the Mountaineers causing the upset over the Royals, giving them their second straight loss. Sunday, which is today, we have the Winbreakers going up against the Marlins. That's coming off right now. Then we have the Rhinos going up against the Warriors. Looking at some of the log now, we have the Magic, the Suns, Mountaineers, Royals, and Panthers in the top 5. And I mentioned those top 5 because those all stand a chance right now of making it into the playoffs. Guys, we've been talking about this from the beginning. This is what we wanted at this stage of the season. That top 5 right now, the Royals, Panthers, and the Mountaineers, they are basically, their playoffs have started already.
Literally, the game between the Panthers and the Mountaineers is a quarterfinal. You can think that the team that loses their game is less likely to make the playoffs. The Royals have now thrown themselves into that mix, and you know what? It's going to come down to maths and calculus, and we'll have a little chat about that on the day. But it's now become not necessarily in their hands anymore. You don't control your destiny. It's now also you have to win by a certain amount of points, and you've got to take control on the floor.
All right, guys, we're talking a lot about this weekend's games, but we do have games today. Today's fixtures are, we started off with the Marlins going up against the Winbreakers. That is kicking off right now. We're going to have the Rhinos going up against the Warriors, and then we round things off with the Tshwane Suns going up against the Limpopo Pride. Now, guys, we had a chance to chat to some of the coaches before the game, and we started out with the Winbreakers coach, Coach Ngangamsha, and here's what he said is his game plan for today.
Coach, your franchise is getting better each game. What do you think the key takeouts are from the season that you played so far?
I think there's a few things that would change around the players' mentality, how I approach the game, how to go to a game, and shot selection, and some few stuff, the basic stuff of basketball.
For this game against the Marlins, what do you think the keys are for you to win this game?
The key for us to win this game is to make sure that we don't make silly turnovers, we rebound, we catch the rebounds, and then we score.
And have you made any changes?
No, I haven't made any changes. We still have the same team that we had yesterday.
Well, thank you, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you very much, Q.
Here's the squad list, guys. Polisi, Winbreakers squad there, starting 5. Run us through it.
Oh, it's great. It's a nice starting 5 for them. Tinilesizwe Madikwa, you know he's going to give them some points. He's going to come out shooting guns blazing. Spusiso Ala also giving them some production off the floor. He's a first-year player. But then you also have Lwazima Pitiza. Lwazima Pitiza has come into his own in the last couple of games. He's come in as a big guy who can score. He loves to bang down low. He also rebounds the basketball. So whatever Senzo Langa isn't giving you, Lwazi Mapitiza is giving the Winbreakers exactly that. And off the bench, they have guys who can play, guys who can shoot the ball. They've got a lot of youth on the team, so there's also points for development going into and preparing for 2016.
And Q, that's what I was going to refer to, some of the development, of course, of the Winbreakers. It's going to be a great addition for them for next season, just to add some young players. I mean, it's a great foundation, rather, that they've built for themselves right now.
I think players and coaching, Coach Kangamsha can benefit from it. They can also benefit from a better coach as well. Coach Kangamsha has done a good job thus far, but they've got weapons. They've got a talented team, and I think this improved performance this season will be better if they can get some coaches and a couple of players.
Yeah, from Q, guys. We also had a chance to speak to Coach Gilchrist. Here's what he had to say.
Coach Craig, this is obviously a difficult game for you because it has no impact in terms of where you're going to end up in the log. Well, it has impact with where you're going to end up in the log, but you know it's difficult to motivate your players. What have you done different for this game?
Oh, we're going to keep doing the same thing. I think motivation-wise, we've chatted, and although we're out of the playoff run, we want to finish on strong. You know, if we win our next 2 games, we finish on a 5-game winning streak, which will be good for the club. And yeah, it's a difficult game still to get motivated. I mean, the guys were up at 4:30 this morning to get to the airport and that, but hopefully they're not too flat in the first quarter. But yeah, we're going to keep doing what we normally do.
Now, are there any key takeouts that you have from the season, or what would you like to see that happen for your franchise next season?
We've identified a few places where we need to maybe get stronger. So we're either going to develop youngsters or we might bring in some foreigners, depending on money and that sort of thing.
Well, best of luck, Coach. I hope you have a good game.
Thanks, Winter.
Having a look now at the starting 5, Q, definitely improved play by Ayanda Shange for this team. But, you know, who are the other players that you see over there that need to contribute?
Absolutely key. Benjamin Constable is the engine of that team. He is the energy man. Landelani Ngubane and Ryan McPhee, how they start is also determine how well the Marlins do on the floor. Bandile Nsele coming off the bench, Sibusiso Tele, those are nice, young, dynamic players who add an element of scoring. You know, this is a nice, balanced team. Again, they had a couple of results that could have gone either way, and they would have seen themselves in the playoff race. So, you know, there's a building block for the future, and I think it's something that we need to touch on, because they're not focusing on the next 2 games. They got to think about the season 2016 and where they can go as a franchise.
I mean, look, they had a couple of wins and losses that, you know, were, I think, that held them back from being in this top 4, you know, discussion. I mean, look at some of their they beat the Eagles. The Eagles managed to beat the Royals. However, they lost to the Mountaineers. They lost to the Panthers. Those are games that they really, you know, they should have won, guys.
I think maybe this season, KP, this is the one season where Coach Gilchrist was coming in as a first-year coach, but then also trying to really refine his system. So players need to get used to that. They won against the Eagles, they won against the Warriors, the Pride and the Zebras. Okay, the Eagles were the one team that was going to give them a challenge out of those 4. But then we look at as well as the games that they lost. Those were close games. They were not blown out in any of those games right there. So they have a system. They'll have a whole off-season to work on that system with Coach Gilchrist, and hopefully, you know, things like the players that they had Brian Franklin, he didn't play, coming over from the States, a forward center. So hopefully next season they can have him on the floor, and we hope for better things for the Marlins.
Q, I want to throw this to you, though. I mean, we've both been around Coach Gilchrist for a while. We've been coached by him as well, played with him. Let's talk about his personality, the young guys that he has on this team. Do you think that his coaching style will help develop these players, or might it be a hindering factor in their development for this team?
KP, it's simple. When you watch the Marlins play, they're one of the teams that actually stick to a system and have a structure. If you watch them play, there is what you call technical basketball acumen, right? Coach Gilchrist does that very well. Now, he's one of the best technical coaches we have in the country. I think with more practice, with more time, the Marlins become one of the top franchises. The games they lost, we had to look at those 5 games that they lost, right? Those games were top teams. Those are going to be the top 6 teams in the leagues. Those are going to be the Mountaineers, the Suns, the Panthers. Those are big teams in the league.
Yeah, but I mean, let's talk about now the coaching style and the players.
KP, if you come from the school of KZN basketball, you understand Coach Gilchrist. You know his personality. You know his demanding. You know one thing, you know, you might not be talented. You might not be skilled. You might not be 6'8", 7 foot. You might not be lightning quick like an and-one ball handler. But as long as you play with heart, if you show him effort on the floor and you play hard, he's going to give you the right coaching. He's going to give you a chance to play. I've played for him, so he gives One last thing, respect. The players respect it.
Well, you see, it's a new school basketball right now. We are from the old school. We understand that with Coach Gilchrist, but there's a bunch of new guys right now, and the dynamics have changed. And I feel like Coach Gilchrist's coaching style might be a bit of a problem for them. I'm not saying that he's a bad coach. Don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that personality-wise, it might be a problem.
I also disagree. I feel that respect is the first part of that dynamic. So, do the players respect Coach Gilchrist? I absolutely believe they do. Once you have that, you have players that are willing to learn. I think that it's just taking time for his system to be input. But will the franchise grow? Will the players get better? I absolutely believe they will.
Respect transcends all schools, KP.
And I respect you guys, all right? And I have to respect my time because we got to get out of here. So we're going to go to a quick ad break, guys, and we will be back with tip-off for the Marlins and the Winbreakers going at it right here, Wembley Indoor Arena, guys. 12 o'clock is tip-off. We are going to be right here. Cube Polisi, thank you very much. Please vacate my premises, go up to your booth. We'll be right back after the break.
When it comes to the Winbreakers and the Marlins, we'll see if the Marlins can withstand the force of the Winbreakers. And that is our first matchup this midday Sunday, week 7 of the Basketball National League. The Eastern Cape Windbreakers take on the Kwazulu Natal Marlins. Both teams on the floor already ready to go. They are good to go right now. Luvuko Manana, backup point guard for the Kwazulu Marlins. Darren Holcomb, a stalwart big man, has come through the school of Kwazulu Natal basketball, and he has been one of the players that has given them production on the floor, especially in the low post. The Eastern Cape Windbreakers, of course, the one team that has picked up a win this season. Right now they are 1-8, having picked up a win in 3 seasons. Started in 2013 and 2014 without any wins at all, but Coach Mpundo Ngangamsha has given them the win, and that is something that they can be proud of. I'm up in here with my man Quinton Denason, and we'll break down the starting fives.
Well, Madikwa Ala get the start. Coach Ngangamsha got a preferred starting lineup. Mapitiza gets his way onto the floor, and then you have Pumzile Panda and Gola who will get the start for the Eastern Cape Windbreakers. The Kwazulu Marlins and Windbreakers ready to settle the challenge, and this game really has no ramifications on the playoffs, but definitely jostling for position, and Coach Craig Gilchrist loves winning, Ayanda Shange, Tlamini, Ben Constable, Nandelani Ngubani, and Ryan McPhee. That is a stock standard starting lineup for Coach Craig Gilchrist. The fortunes of the Kwazulu Marlins much dependent on the play of Benjamin Constable. Ryan McPhee has been much improved in the last 3 games, and Ayanda Shange is still up and down in terms of the way he plays on the floor and his form on the floor. But a franchise that's competitive, they have a structure, and they are fun to watch.
Our match officials this midday, Suwela in the center of your screen, Ale Bokolani to the right of your screen, and Moses Dengo to the left of your screen. They will be handling proceedings this afternoon. And this is a game that really is inconsequential in terms of playoff seeding. But of course, these teams will definitely be vying for table positioning. That's the one thing that's really important for both of these teams. Of course, the Marlins last season finishing 6-5 and also finishing in 5th position. The Winbreakers finishing last year in 12th position, and they will look to improve on that. Coach Gilchrist, of course, under pressure, and you know, the little discussion that we had during the build-up. I come from the school of KwaZulu-Natal basketball, and having played with Coach Gilchrist, played against him, also been coached by him as well, and you know, you definitely know that he's a coach who's got a great coaching style. Might fly off the handle every now and then, but players understand him, players know who he is, players also respect him as well. Respect goes a long way, so he just wants players to respond to him, and the only way you can respond to Coach Gilchrist and see yourself getting playing time on the floor is if you play hard and show effort and playing defense. That's the one thing he likes.
Ala gets the first 2 points for the Winbreakers, and this is a much improved Winbreakers team. They do let in 90+ points a game, but they start scoring. Mandeleni Ngubani touch lets him down under the rim.
Well, and it would appear, Q, that on that first touch, Ngubani turns it over, but it looks like he's going to go into the low post, and that's where he's going to be working from. Ala can't get his second jumper to go, but you've got to love the patience and his execution. Faking Constable and then shooting the ball into the open space. Ngubani wants to work down low. Gola, he'll get taste of Ngubani, and this time Ngubani makes good.
Patience by the Marlins offense, looking for that Ngubani one-on-one in the low block, and does well, does the young man.
I will definitely agree with you on that patience part, Q. They were really patient. Ngubani waited, didn't get it in the first instance. McPhee got it in the high post, looking for options, and then finally getting the ball into Ngubani. Panda can't get the long, deep jumper to go. The loose ball chased down. Madikwa inside, counted and won. That's the one thing about Dinile Sizwe Madikwa, other than he's shooting from outside. He can attack the basket and also finish deftly in and around the basket. He is that player.
He is such a key cog in that offense, Kolisi. And I just want to give you a couple of numbers for Madikwa. 16, 25, 17. Those are his scoring outputs for the last 3 games. It tells you just how important he is on the offensive end in terms of the Winbreakers.
Ngubani wants to work once again. Can't get it to go. Mapitiza has been giving the Winbreakers some presence in the low post. Gola, turnaround jump on the elbow. Dlamini, Marlins starting rather slow this game, but will look to get going. McPhee can't get the left hand layup to go. Gola chases down the rebound. Ala. Gola, top of the key. Mapitiza playing out of his comfort zone, shooting the baseline jumper. Ryan McPhee there to contest the shot. Dlamini, the pull-up just inside. And McPhee and Gola go for the ball. Marlins possession. McPhee underneath, can't bank it in. Madikwa with the rebound. Capable rebounder Dinilesizwe Madikwa is. Now he's outside, will pull the trigger on the three.
Madikwa is deadly when given time and space. Sometimes we do question his shot choices, but is he a scorer? Absolutely.
Shange now on the wing, can't get the three to go. Ngubani, the touch pass to McPhee. All the big men connecting on the high-low in a smidgen of space.
That's good awareness by Ngubani looking for McPhee. It's a combination that's worked well for the Marlins in the last 3 weeks, and strong offense. Once again, Madikwa is relentless.
Shange to the basket. Mapitiza with the rebound. Ala puts it up. And Ala can't get his third jumper to go. One of two right now. Sbusiso Ala. McPhee wants to work in the low block. Constable cutting in and the reverse layup. You've got to love that fake by McPhee, palming the ball and literally pushing it towards Gola's face, and Gola just stood there, didn't know what to do.
It's a little showmanship by McPhee. He is a veteran, of course.
Gola working on Ngubani, facing up. Banda from way out, just to evade a shot clock violation. The ball goes out of bounds. Marlins down 4.
Limiting turnovers, Panda. This is good awareness. You get a shot attempted up, not the best looking shot, but it keeps the turnover count down. Winbreakers only with a single turnover. Dlamini looking for McPhee. The connection not viable. That turnover will bring the change on the floor. Nsele checks in. McPhee will take a break. Mapitiza out for the Winbreakers. Langa checks in. Get his first minutes.
Madikwa on the outside, checked by Shange. Langa comes through for the screen, rolling to the basket. Can't get it to go with the left hand, but you've got to love the execution on the pick and roll. Ngubani down the floor. Marlins just missing easy layups underneath the board, but you've got to credit the Winbreakers for contesting all of those shots. Panda backing down Dlamini. Coach Gilchrist pretty much seen enough for 5 minutes as the Marlins call a timeout, and they will definitely have to talk about the scoring and the porous defense of the Marlins. McPhee calling for the ball, but couldn't latch on to the pass, and it appears Mapitiza had to touch that ball.
Mapitiza definitely getting a touch to that ball, and it makes it difficult for McPhee to get the clean catch. McPhee now on the bench, getting a little bit of a breather.
Well, we still waiting for fans on Sundays. Fans already come in slowly into the arena, almost trickling in, but a few have made their way to Wembley Arena, and we're coming live from downtown Johannesburg in Turffontein. And this is the Basketball National League on a Sunday afternoon. And we are in week 7. And we're slowly, surely inching closer to the playoffs.
Slowly but surely we are, and it's been a slow start by the Marlins, giving up 12 points. Coach Gilchrist will want to address the holes in the defense and the intensity of the defensive end by the Marlins. Nsele looking for Ngubane. Again, just the final touch. Ball not going to hand cleanly. Inbound. Now, Kwele on the floor as well.
Nsele banks it in.
And all the young guns on the floor for the KwaZulu Marlins. Kwele, Nsele, and Ngubane. And this is really what it's all about, though. You love to see rookies and youngsters on the floor actually competing and being given time, trusted by their coaches. And if there are two franchises that are doing that well, the Marlins are one of them and the Goalie Magic the other.
Well, surely this is a confidence-building exercise for the young guys. Ngubane can't hold on to the ball. Clearly, Q, we've talked about this before, but you know, catching the ball in the low post and then bringing it down just makes it a whole lot more difficult to control it when you want to bring it back up and make your move.
Spoken like a true coach. You go, gotta take care of the basketball. You have to read what's happening on the floor. And at times you can bring the ball down, but you have to look at what the defense is giving you.
Holcomb wants it in the low post. Spins on Langa. Constable underneath. And a foul coming just before that basket. And Senzo Langa will pick up that foul. And the difference with the Holcomb and Ngubane, Holcomb, apart from being experienced, but Holcomb using his body well to seal his defender. Ngubane, I feel that he needs to hit the gym, get stronger.
Sure does. Holcomb vastly experienced, and if you want to fault the Winbreakers defense, Langa has got to half front his man, make that pass, that entry pass difficult for Holcomb. It's just too easy right now. Nsele powers his way through 3 Winbreakers defenders and gets his name on the score sheet. It's 4 points now for Badile Nsele.
Holcomb cleaning up on Nsele's miss. Diko wants to run it down the floor to Ala, but can't connect with him. Holcomb. And a travel called on Darren Holcomb, trying to get the ball inside to Nsele. Marlins have tied the game now, 3:20 to play in the first quarter. Madikwa throws it again. Well, a near turnover for Madikwa. Very prone to turnovers, Dinilesizo Madikwa. Panda can't get the top shot to go underneath the basket. Holcomb with the rebound. Skip pass to Constable. Constable driving in. Gola skies for that rebound. Panda in the corner will drive. Constable with the steal will look to take it all the way and banks in the running layup.
That's a tough take by Constable. Looking for the contact. They may have a case for contact. The hook shot on the run off the glass, not easy. Gets it to 4.
Langa, not a low post player, not a player who likes to post up, as the ball knocked out of his hands by Holcomb. Nsele, top of the key. Looking to work the high-low, the dribble inside, closing that gap. Nsele for 3. Can't get it to go. Constable, the drive in. One of the shot clock. Duma better put it up and call for the double dribble. Lizwi Duma. Marlins turn it over. In just under 2 minutes to play. And you can definitely read Coach Gilchrist's words. Get the ball into Darren. Get it into the low post. Now, in that previous sequence, Bandile Nsele couldn't exactly just get it into the low post, because that one dribble inside of the free throw line closed the gap, and the defense then collapsed and closed the gaps. Ele with the rebound. And Langaletu Mbele now in the game, and Duma banks in the runner. Winbreakers with 7 rebounds, Marlins with 12. Langaletu Mbele Q checking into the game for the Marlins. We haven't seen him ever since the game that they played against the Magic, out with a wrist injury, but clearly trying to close out the season well, having recovered from that injury as well.
Good to see the young man on the floor. And since the timeout, Winbreakers only scored 2 points. In the words of Coach Gilchrist, clearly having an impact on the Marlins.
Duma outside for 3. Gola once again, another rebound. Langa outside, steps in, long jumper, an air ball from the baseline. Holcomb, top of the key, will drive. Mbele can't get the 3 to go. Holcomb with another rebound. Ntsele is going to bang down low, loses the handle, but Duma is there.
Time and space, moving the ball well are the Marlins. They're getting good looks on the offensive end. It's a case of knocking down open jumpers.
Madikwa, one-hand runner, can't get it to go. Mbele with the box out and chases down the loose ball. He's going to bring it all the way down the floor. Turn it over.
Industrious, maybe the best word, what Mbele was trying to do, but execution just letting him down.
Mbele has missed more than a couple of games. Ntsele lunging in but tripping over Gola. Ball goes out of bounds. Winbreakers trying to inbound the basketball, get it to Ala. Sibusiso Ala stepping out of bounds after catching that pass. It appears that there'll be a retake of that inbounds by the Winbreakers. Well, that sequence wasn't a retake, but stepping out of bounds, and the play going back to the Winbreakers backcourt, and the Marlins with an opportunity to score as the quarter winded down, but that brings the proceedings to a close in the first quarter. Marlins with a slim lead over the Eastern Cape Windbreakers. It's been a slow-paced game right now on the floor. We hope things pick up in the second quarter, but scores at the end of the first: Winbreakers 14, Marlins 18.
First quarter stats. Kwazulu Marlins sharing the ball well. They have 6 assists, 15 rebounds, 5 of those on the offensive end. They've struggled from the perimeter, 0 of 4. The Winbreakers struggling from the field, low efficiency rate, 31% on the interior, and 1 of 6 from the perimeter for Eastern Cape Windbreakers, courtesy of Madikwa. Both teams have only been to the line 1 time. Madikwa leads all scorers. He has 8 points. Duma has 4 points. 4 rebounds for Ngobani, and Panda 2 assists.
Please, we lose the ball, they will run back on defense. Was my snake up? Mafika says rate with defense.
The reason is for it's not because we are playing less now. It's because we don't run with the defense.
Let's go, team on defense. Let's go.
Well, Coach Ngangamsha, during the quarter break, you talking about defensive awareness on transition, and the best way to be defensively aware in transition is to get back first in numbers so as to stifle or cut off the fast break opportunity, and that's just one thing that he wants his Windbreakers to do. There was a bit of a discussion between the referees and the table on the floor, but we are off and running now with the second quarter, and the Marlins still maintaining a core of young players on the floor, and Madikwa with a three. Holcomb was running at him.
I think Madikwa could feature one of the premier shooting guard conversations if he didn't limit his turnovers on the floor. Madikwa is such a scorer, and again, you really sees what Madikwa. Winbreakers a 1-point lead, and it's just on fire. 13 points right now for Madikwa.
Phumzile Panda clutching at his wrist, but a third-year player and a tough, strong player, Phumzile Panda, a leader as well on the floor. Former captain as well for the Windbreakers. Holcomb turns it over, gives an opportunity to Madikwa down the floor. And Mapitiza couldn't keep it alive, Madikwa missing. And right now, the Marlins looking out of sorts. And porous hands as well. They just can't hold on to anything. Ntsele down low. Ntsele on 6 points. Madikwa feeling it right now with the hot hand, but can't get that three to go. Ntsele. Count it and one.
Ntsele being ultra aggressive. Bandile Ntsele, 8 points now, leading the scoring for the KZN Marlins. Physical tussle with Gola. That's a strong move. Converts the three-point play. And after the good work by Ntsele, he'll get a break. Gola will also get a break for the Eastern Cape Windbreakers. Ntsele, 9 points.
Siyabonga Moyake has checked into the game for the Windbreakers. Madikwa. Last touch on Madikwa as the ball goes out of bounds, and the Marlins will possession of the ball. High-low, McPhee to Holcomb. Well, Holcomb pivoting and swiveling on his pivot foot and beating Mapitiza in the low block. Moyake. Panda will put it up to evade the shot clock. Ball doesn't hit the rim. It should have been a shot clock violation. Tsele, top of the key. Can't get the short jumper to go. Holcomb, they come away with the steal. Mbele to the basket. Fee gets the shooter's roll on the touch underneath the basket.
Ryan McPhee so efficient around the rim and making sure that gets value for his shot attempts. He's been much improved this season. He's stepped up on the offensive end. He's given them real scoring in the low post. Panda forcing it in, and Madikwa, after a hot start, got a little cold. Madikwa and a ton of speed. He is deceptive and uses different tempo very well. Will get himself to the free throw line. Winbreakers only on the second foul, ruled continuation by referee. Bele from Bele High School in Umlazi, represented KZN at the provincial level.
Changes on the floor for both teams. Nkatsa Dlamini as Ayala Shange checking back into the game, and Lufuko Manana also in the game. Ridwan Jobson as well for the Winbreakers. Moyake all alone, the wide open layup. And I can understand Moyake's miss in that instance. Bele down the floor, still rusty. Langale to Bele. Mapitiza can't hang on to that pass, and the referee Dengo motions that it is still a Winbreakers possession. And I can understand that Moyake missing that shot all alone, because sometimes the defense is so tight that when you get the ball and you turn around and you don't see a defender in sight, it is absolutely astounding. Petiza with the travel.
And good defense will make you do that. Petiza takes the extra step. It's a 10-point game. Marlins starting to find structure and identity. Plenty of holes in this Winbreakers defense. Constable.
McPhee underneath. Can't get it to go with the left hand.
Well, they're pounding it in the paint right now. Other Kwazulu Marlins. They have McPhee, Constable trying to impose their presence.
I would venture to say, Q, that there's not many players who are very comfortable in playing their game, but Ryan McPhee, just like Tabang Khwedi, Ryan McPhee, just the one player who is really comfortable playing his game, doesn't do anything outside of his game, and will give you production on the floor.
I think he's found his role at the Marlins this year, playing it to perfection. Lovely little hook shots around the rim, but uses both hands. Will wait on the low post to look for mismatches. See great space for Constable. Turns it over.
Jobson can't get the reverse layup to go off the loose ball. And Coach Ngangamsha lamenting that wild shot by Jobson. Barely outside for three. Still can't get it to go. Dlamini will attack. An inside scoring right now, just very, very bad right now. Not looking good. Manana inside. The floater can't get the bounce to go.
Manana energizer bunny. It's just so much fun to watch him. Dlamini attacks Manana. That is, I think, a matchup we should pay attention to. Manana on Dlamini.
And apart from that, that's Dlamini's one of his go-to moves, where he picks up the ball from the wing and starts with his back towards his defender, and then the quick spin finds him on a path to the basket. So right now, Dlamini, of course, at the line, makes good on the first free throw.
And Dlamini, DHS High School, where he attended, and the coach at Kersley College.
Manana. Jobson, the drive, hangs in the air. That was a tough shot for Ridwan Jobson, but gets possession of the ball back. Senzolanga all alone, but dishes to Manana. 7 on the shot clock. Well, they need to let it fly any moment now. The shot clock winding down. Manana gets it off. Can't hit anything on that shot. McPhee inside to Constable.
Those entry passes into the post just too easy right now. McPhee, all sorts of time and space. And Constable allowed to set up in the key literally like taking candy from a baby right now for the Kwazulu Marlins.
Jobson on the outside will try the three. Can't get the triple to go. Hitting the side iron. Dlamini all the way down the floor. Leaves it to Ntsele.
Unselfish play by Dlamini. He was looking for the highlight play from Ntsele coming down the floor.
Jobson steps out of bounds.
It's been a struggle for Jobson since he's been on the floor for the Winbreakers. And that turnover and infringement will bring a time out from Coach Kangamsha. Clearly not happy with what's happening on the side of the Winbreakers. Timeout brings a break in play. And the Winbreakers have been scoreless for a while now.
It was a one-on-one situation. You step back. Now they are setting the defense. Now you want to go in. It's a one-on-one. It's a chance for you to beat the guy. Now the defense is set. 5 of them are set and red. Now you want to dive into them. It's vice versa. It's one-on-one. Take him on. When they're set, swing the ball around. Keep on cutting. You do the shot at the corner, you miss, and then you take another one. You miss this one, drive the next shot. On defense, let's play hard. Come on, let's go.
Well, out of that timeout, we emerge. And we are just out here at Wembley Arena. First matchup, of course, this afternoon in a triple header, the Kwazulu Marlins and the Eastern Cape Windbreakers. Marlins, of course, still in the huddle with their coach, Coach Craig Gilchrist. Marlins will maintain the same 5 on the floor. Constable, Ntsele, Dlamini, Shange, as well as McPhee. The Marlins have opened up a gap now. 17-point lead. 3:20 to play in the second quarter. McPhee draws a triple team. Banks in. A turnaround jump hook.
Patience by McPhee. Made sure he had space, and I was just showing his experience around the rim and his ability to finish. That hook shot has been absolutely impeccable all season by McPhee.
He pretty much toyed with the defense in that instance, Q. Did the very same thing, palmed the ball, faked the pass outside. The defense collapsed and then went out to cover, and then he just drop step and the turnaround jump hook. McPhee once again, and the skip pass to Constable. Constable, the tough jumper, and that ball kept alive, but McPhee once again can't get it out, but taps it to Dlamini. Hands on the ball as it goes out of bounds. It's been incredible patience right now by the Marlins.
Marlins much better in this quarter, especially on the defensive end, and they're getting very good execution from their front court. McPhee, Ngubani, Constable, all been effective. Holcomb on the floor now. See the guards looking every time down. Constable will pull from deep, and good awareness. That gets his teammates off the bench. 9 of 37 right now for the Winbreakers. Is struggling from the field. 23 of 46 for the Marlins. That's absolutely 50%. And only attempting 6 3-pointers. The first one coming right now, courtesy of a bank shot from Ben Constable. Manana! In the face of Ben Constable.
Holcomb wants to work down low. The skip pass to Dlamini. Dlamini on the drive, and referee Moses Dengo picks up the foul. The reach by Ridwan Jobson coming from behind on Dlamini. Marlins now with the possession of the ball, and the Winbreakers are in the penalty. And that sends the Marlins to the line. Dlamini with 3 points already. And 1 of 2 for Dlamini. Rare miss for the captain of the KwaZulu Marlins. Manana was in trouble. Nzele will take it all the way down the floor. And the stuff.
He's been aggressive today. Nzele, strong take. And Mapitiza. Muscle against Holcomb. And that exciting exciting play by the young man Nzele. The coaching staff, the Winbreakers, they look on. It's been a tough second quarter for them after a good opening quarter.
Holcomb wanna skip past to Shange. Shange still to get going. Nzele very comfortable, but the drive inside broken up. The ball knocked out of his hands. And Nzele has been trying the drive from the high post, but should probably try just playing the high-low. Jobson misses on the baseline jumper. Dlamini wants a screen, but get inside to Holcomb. Constable on the outside is open, but gets it inside to Holcomb. They throw it away. Manana, the catch. Oh, and the layup and the finish.
Manana up the court in the flash.
Dlamini working on Kakwebe. Dlamini's got that space, but finds Shange. Shange on the baseline. Got the 3. Marlins are really turning it up right now. But Vitiza.
This is a patient offensive display by the Marlins. They're taking it within the flow of the offense. 26 of 50 now, over 50%. Winbreakers 12 of 43, 3 of 13 from the perimeter. 7 attempts from the 3-point line for the Marlins. And the 2 successful attempts coming right now in the second quarter.
Just under 5 seconds to play. Manana can't get the 3 to go. Constable will look to take it coast to coast, but throws up the 3 to close out the quarter. Comes up short on that shot, Ben Constable. But hey, it's been a concerted all-round effort from the KwaZulu Marlins. As we head to halftime, they did it together as a team in the second quarter. The Winbreakers are really losing steam and momentum somewhat in the second quarter after starting strong in the first. And right now they head to halftime, and we'll have a couple of things to talk over with Coach Mfundo Ngangamsha. And scores at halftime: Winbreakers 25, Marlins 47.
After a very slow start by the Marlins, they came out with a lot of intent to finish off the first half very strong. And the young buck, Bandile, you came out, couple of nice dunks. You are leading the charge right now as the young man. We were talking about you young guys doing your thing, and right now you are stepping up.
Yeah, thanks to Craig. He helped me a lot to progress my game. Last year I was a bench player. I didn't mind at all. I was learning from the big guys. So right now, I'm doing my thing.
You guys are not obviously going to make it to the playoffs, but I think you're building a nice foundation right now going into next season, especially personally with such a great performance.
Yeah, it's a young team, as you see. So next year we come back stronger. So we got to push and work hard and finish the league strong.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
One of the young guns that we have in this league. We're going to see how he plays in the second half. We are going to be right back from Wembley Indoor Arena. Stay with us.
And if you missed out on the first half, these are the highlights. Dinesizo Madikwa starting things off for the Windbreakers with the drive and the layup. And he's been doing everything for them throughout the first half and responded that play immediately with a long three on the wing. Lizwi Duma also getting involved and banking in the runner.
It was a good start for the Windbreakers. They started out hot. They went on a quick 12-point run. They had a 6-point lead. Madikwa was the one leading the scoring. He had 13 first quarter points. Ntele would not be denied, and he came off the bench and tried to impose himself on the floor. It was a beautiful display by the young man. His best offensive output, 13 points for him in the third quarter. The Marlins have played patience offense, and after a slow start, they started to find their range, and Constable, to the applause of his teammates, 9 first quarter points for Constable. What Constable could do, Manana could do better, and Manana, the three-pointer, limited scoring for the Windbreakers in that second quarter. Ntele out on the fast break. Teammates off the bench, and a 25-point lead for the Eastern Cape Windbreakers. Rather for the Marlins, 25 points for the Windbreakers, 47 to the Marlins. We have a look at the halftime stats. 7 of 10 from a free throw line for the Marlins, 2 of 8 from the three-point line for them as well. 33 rebounds to 13. They've been dominating the offensive glass. 2 of 5 from the perimeter for the Marlins, 3 of 14 for the Windbreakers. Madikwa knocking all of those. And Madikwa, 13 points, 5 rebounds for Gola. Panda, 4 assists. Ntele, the youngster, has been dynamic, 13 points for him. All of them coming on the inside. Been aggressive around the rim and had a highlight dunk in that first half.
Well, the Rhinos are waiting for their game to start later on, but the fans are also out here at the arena. So talk to us if you want to talk about this afternoon's games this weekend. Follow us on Twitter at BNLSA. Use the hashtag Kings of the Court 2015. We have the second half still coming up between the Windbreakers and the Marlins. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
We are about to kick off the second half. Right now, the Marlins are 47-25. With me right now, I've got Madikwe from the Eastern Cape Windbreakers. This has been a bit of a tough season for you guys, but you've improved from last season. Tell us a little bit about the development of your team.
Man, we have a new coach now. And he's given us his philosophy of his style of coaching. And now we are learning to adapt to that, and it's pretty working for us.
Going into the second half, what do you guys need to work on right now? You've kept your turnovers very low, but you guys are not quite over that hump yet?
I think if we manage to limit our turnovers and we play hard, we keep driving and we're scoring, I think that's it.
Thank you very much, man. Good luck.
Thanks, man.
There you have it, guys. Madikwe, they have a lot of work to do, down by 22 points. Let's see if they can turn it around in the second half.
Thank you very much, KP. And the Marlins take to the floor now, ready to get going with the second half of this game. And we resume with the third quarter. The officials are also ready. Windbreakers slowly making their way onto the court. And still in that huddle, but they take to the floor now. And the Marlins with a commanding lead right now. Medical staff attending to Lungisa Kola, seeming to get his knee strapped. And the Marlins now off, starting this game with Darren Holcomb in the low block. Holcomb makes it a 24-point Marlins lead. Ala, his shot erased by Ngubani. Mahlinza catches the pass but bumps into his player, into his defender, knocks him to the floor, picks up the foul, and that was a charge. And Coach Ngagamsha is not happy with something. Execution on the floor. Mapitiza working on Holcomb. Senzolanga also in the game. Madikwa, the drive around Gele and banks in the runner.
That's really good offense by Madikwa. Beats the defender, uses glass, and such a good scorer when he plays well. This the DLC's where Madikwa.
Mapitiza able to break up that pass to Holcomb. Duma to the basket. Can't get the floater to go. Ngubani. Mahlinza with the loose ball. And Marlins will settle down in the half court. Gele open for three. Mahlinza is there underneath. Gele. Finally the Marlins. Second score in the third.
Mahlinza can be a menace under the rim. He uses his left hand and his body. Positions himself well. Quite effective on the offensive glass for the Marlins.
Mapitiza, the turnaround jumper, can't get it to go. Too much individualistic play in that instance by Mapitiza. Mahlinza on the inside. Duma open for three. Looked good. Ngubani. Holcomb. Marlins looking rather disorganized on the offensive end.
15 offensive rebounds for the Kwazulu Marlins, dominating the glass. Such a big rebounding discrepancy. A real struggle for the Eastern Cape Windbreakers thus far.
Gele finds a path to the basket, and there's Holcomb. Short one-handed layup short. Madikwa down the floor to the basket. Now the Marlins will go out on the breaks. 3-on-3. Gele. Mahlinza.
It's a good find by Gele. Mahlinza did well to get the finish down the floor. In a flash, Senzolanga with the right hand.
Well, transition defense by the Marlins after that made basket. Ngubani is all alone at the top of the key, will settle for that shot. Langa just couldn't handle the ball against the quicker Spusiso Gele. But Gele couldn't keep it alive for the Marlins. Ball goes out of bounds, and you know, the play of the Windbreakers right now concerning for Coach Ngagamsha. He's not happy at all. Veteran Holcomb takes a break, and that makes way for Bandile Ntsele. 6:48 to play in the third.
Holcomb quite flat to start off the second half, and good call by Coach Gilchrist. And this is key. Tele is coming to the party now, playing with a lot more confidence on the offensive end. 6 points for Tele.
Pumzile Panda is also checked into the game. Will pull up for a 3 in the corner. Ngubani with the rebound. Marlins 3, 4, 5 bodies on the floor right now. Mahlinza working the drop step on Madikwa. Madikwa can't get the pass inside. Gola back in the game. Long jumper. Can't go for Lungisa Gola. The Winbreakers look on for the from the bench. No emotion. Duma inside. Banged up. Lungisa Gola picks up that foul. Duma to the line. 4 points, 2 of 6 this afternoon for Lizwi Duma.
Lizwi Duma. Out of St. Charles High School, P&B. Can't get it to fall.
Gola all alone. Can't get the turnaround jumper to go. Lizwi picks up that loose ball, now leading the break for the Marlins. Finding the man on the right in Mahlinza. And changes on the floor right now for the Marlins. Lele, Ngubani, and Duma take a seat. And George Fletcher, Marlins owner, looks on from the stands, and no emotion with him as well. And I know earlier on he wasn't impressed with how the Marlins were playing in the first quarter. Mapetiza. Nangaletu Mbele. Fee inside. Counted and one.
It really is a big man's game for the Kwazulu Marlins. They are sharing the ball well, getting touches to the right players. And it's been a difficult day at the office for those two men. McPhee completes the three-point play.
Gola working on Ntsele. Madikwa, the quick drive and behind the back, but back to Madikwa. Sweet and nifty passes by Madikwa anytime he's making that baseline drive and kicking it inside. And it's a shooting foul for the Winbreakers. Lwazi Mapetiza at the line for 2 free throws. Well, the Windbreakers pretty much resigning themselves, inanimate from the bench, but and also looking rather lifeless. You would think that they've probably resigned themselves to a loss in this game. but they have a lot of takeaway points for this season. Angaletu brings up the ball for the Marlins. The Marlins with a 30-point lead. Mahlinza looking to drive on the baseline. Nzama, that shot looks off. Fee looking for Nzama, was cutting from the back door. Just can't get it to him. And Marlins turned it over. That makes it Winbreakers basketball. Winbreakers 15 turnovers, Marlins 16. Madikwa from outside. A little cold. Dinlesizwe Madikwa now in the third quarter. Marlins turn it over. Madikwa turns it over.
Winbreakers go into scoring slumps with regularity. It's been a struggle for them ever since the first quarter. The Marlins picking up the intensity, sticking to their structures. And since an enterprising first quarter, they haven't found it easy going on the floor. Eastern Cape Windbreakers.
Panda to the basket. Panda was just speeding down the floor with the dribble and couldn't convert on the layup, but he goes to the line for 2 free throws. Pumzile Panda. And Coach Ngangamsha, of course, down 30, make it 29 now, where he wouldn't be happy at all with his team's performance. And Panda makes it 2 of 2 from the free throw line. And we are nearing 3 minutes of play. Constable can't get the 3 to go. Winbreakers advancing the ball down the floor with speed. Jobson the spin on Constable.
Jobson has really just struggled on the floor today in trying to get himself in the game. And tweet us #Kings of the Court 2015. If you have any insights, comments, favorite teams, favorite players, let us know on social media. And you can also follow us at BNLSA on Twitter.
McPhee going to his go-to move. Coach Gilchrist, that smile, and motioning with his hands, almost saying, find your man. You've got to find the man. And McPhee now at the line, now with another free throw, and it's just been a slow game for the Marlins and the Winbreakers. But hey, let's talk about social media. Follow us on Twitter at BNLSA, and you can use the hashtag BNLSA, and also the hashtag Kings of the Court 2015. And 2.5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Lungisa Kola loses the handle. Marlins were just all over him in that instance. Nzama bringing up the ball, will pull up for 3, rattles it in.
Nzama's first field goal from the perimeter. Bringing the changes right now, Coach Craig Gilchrist. A timeout called. Coach Ngangamsha has seen enough after that wide open 3 from Kailitla Nzama. And words need to be had during the timeout.
guy again, and then you go down low, there's about. On defense, now playing man. Don't take deep, not playing zone, playing man now on defense. Everyone picks up man. Playing man on defense. Let's go and play man. Let's go. Ooh, make it point. Go.
And we emerged from that timeout, and the one thing Coach Ngangamsha was talking about with the Windbreakers was changing of the defensive scheme. And that's the defensive scheme right there by the Windbreakers as they concede a foul. Mapitiza picks up that foul, and it has to do from them switching from a zone to a man defense. Mapitiza covering Constable and a little slow in covering him when Constable was cutting to the strong side. And that foul leads to Constable getting one of two from the free throw line. Gola. Not composed, bringing the ball down the floor.
The Winbreakers really just need to look at their systems, continue to figure out how to grow the franchise and play competitive basketball.
Jobson down the floor, beating Mbele.
Finally, Jobson gets his name on the score sheet. It's been a struggle for him on the floor all afternoon.
Nzele wants to work. He's got space, will go at it. Layup is short for Nzele, but that earns him another trip to the free throw line.
Vandile Nzele has been industrious,
now
worked
with
hard. .17 points before free throw attempt. Only averaging 2 points, 2 rebounds in 2014. He's listed at 6'1". Nzele, and on the follow, Constable. This scramble for the ball on the floor. Constable always in the thick of things. He's not shy away from contact nor a challenge. It's been a good season for Benjamin Constable.
.113 in the third. Marlins on the baseline with the inbounds. Langaletu Mbele back from a wrist injury and missed quite a few games. Nzele underneath. Langa. So he'll sprint down the floor with Nzele. Ball goes out of bounds. And the Windbreakers turn it over. And then also concern on the faces of the Windbreakers bench. Windbreakers 20 turnovers, Marlins with 17. 50 seconds to play in this third quarter. Windbreakers 9 steals, Marlins 6. Constable can't get it to go on the dunk. Scramble for the ball. And Panda appears to have been indisposed just a little bit, but the strong player that he is back in the game. Langa. Jobson. There's another scramble for the loose ball. Fresh 14 seconds for the Winbreakers. Langa, the turnaround jumper, hits the back iron. Shot clock is off and the Marlins will hold for the final shot of the quarter. Dlamini gets it to Ntsele. 1.3 to play. Winbreakers lament the call that it should have been their ball, but the Marlins with enough time for just a catch and shoot opportunity. And the Marlins do have a play for inbounding the basketball, and Shange can't get it to go at the end of the third. And that will close out the third quarter in a rather lackluster affair from both the KwaZulu Marlins and the Eastern Cape Windbreakers. And we look forward to the fourth quarter and the conclusion of this game. But scores at the end of the third: Winbreakers 34, Marlins 69.
Stats at the end of the third quarter: the Winbreakers 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 10 of 19 for the KwaZulu Marlins, shooting it at 53%. Rebounding battle heavily skewed on the side of the Marlins, 52 rebounds to 23, 19 of those offensive rebounds, 20 turnovers for the Winbreakers, and they 3 of 16 from the three-point line, shooting it at 19%. Low efficiency and low conversion rate for the Winbreakers on the inside as well, 10 of 38, shooting it at 28%. Madikwa, 15 points for the Winbreakers, 20 points for Bandila and Tele. He's been enterprising and industrious on the floor for the KwaZulu Marlins. An impressive display by the young man. And the Winbreakers really with their backs against the wall. 34 points in 3 quarters. Coach Nagamsha will bring the changes again. Ridwan Jobson struggled from the field all game, only 2 points, 2 rebounds. Ala Mapitiza Panda make the way on the floor.
Game will resume with the final quarter, and on the floor for the Marlins, Shange, Ntsele, Mbele, Ngubani, as well as Dlamini. And on the floor for the Winbreakers, the steal by Mbele on Langa was pretty much just taking his time, bringing the ball down the floor, and Dlamini fakes the pass, but then an easy scoop layup. Mbele can't get the tough shot to go, but regains possession. Shange outside for 3, rattles in and out. Ngubani is there, but can't hold on to the ball. And just a long, ill-advised pass down the floor to Sbusiso Ala. Mbele is trying to work on Jobson. There's a bit of a push and a body foul by Jobson as he picks up that foul. Mbele for 3.
Misses absolutely everything. And Dlamini at the bottom of the screen, scratching his head as he looks on his teammate. Shot attempt goes awry. And it's been good, steady play by the Marlins, trying to find their range from the perimeter.
Marlins on the bench, the 2 veterans with the first-year player Ben Constable. Apetiza inside, clean block from both Ntsele and Ngubani. Ntsele down the floor, Ngubani cutting. make the easy layup underneath the goal. Mbele inside. Crashes to the floor. Drops into the steal on Dlamini. Now the Winbreakers on the break. Banda will pick up the pass. And Dlamini with the rebound. Now the Marlins bring it back down the other way. Kubani wants to work, has the ball knocked away out of his hands. Another Marlins turnover. Jobson gets a reprieve, really. A near turnover, but it will be Winbreakers basketball. Langaletu Mbele will check out of the game. Winbreakers 23 turnovers and the Marlins 21. 8:07 to play. Winbreakers 12 steals and the Marlins 9 steals.
Shange picking up the foul, trying to play aggressive defense on Allah. Allah good enough to draw the contact, get himself to the free throw line. One of two for Allah. It's a 36-point game now.
Panda in a bit of trouble, but evades the trap. 10 on the shot clock. It's Musiso Ala. Top of the key. Kicks it out. Shot clock's going to one down, and Pumzile Panda will put it up. And misses everything on that shot attempt. And changes on the floor for the Winbreakers. Ala Panda. Both players take a seat, and Lufu Komanana as well as Madikwa check into the game for the Winbreakers. Madikwa, a speedy, agile player, as well as Manana, a speedy player himself. These are two quick players, and you hope that they will pick up the pace. Mahlinza, drop step, gets the layup.
That is a great move by Mahlinza, clearing space for his left hand. Used the spin well and his body.
Manana working on Duma. That's what I'm talking about. Mapitiza not quick enough for Manana, and Manana actually passed the ball into the space because Mapitiza was spinning on the baseline and had to go all the way, but it stopped when his defender made contact. Ngubani working on Mapitiza, and the foul on Mapitiza, reaching from behind. Side ball, Marlins. Mahlinza. Ngubani gets the basket on the turnaround. Manana. Duma drops to the floor, and a collective gasp in the arena. Madikwa. Two players around Madikwa, but Kayanzama will pick up that foul. And the funny thing in that instance, Q, when Madikwa had the ball, Manana was actually trying to come to Madikwa and set a screen.
When it goes wrong, it just all goes wrong on the floor. The Winbreakers have just been out of sorts. Luvuko Manana, the second time he's been able to knock it down from three-point line, and brings a smile to the faces of the bench of the Marlins. Ntsele. And offense functioning on all cylinders as he breaks the 20-point mark. 20 points for Bandile Ntsele.
5:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Jobson for 3. In and out for Jobson. Ngubani. Outstretched arm. Mbele. Duma throws it away, was looking to connect with Ngubani. Madikwa outside for 3. That's a sweet assist for Luvuko Manana.
Fancy assist by Luvuko Manana. Madikwa ever ready. Locked and loaded on the 3-point line. Third perimeter J from Madikwa.
And that's a 37-point lead for the Marlins right now. Just a little over 5 minutes to play in this fourth quarter. Nzele. Duma at the top of the 3. Screen coming on both sides. Madikwa comes away with a loose ball and Manana speeds down the floor. He won't catch him. Duma around defenders. Ngubani inside. Can't get the floater to go. Nzele loses the handle. Marlins turn it over, and Banda this time, the recipient of the long pass down the floor, and a tough layup over Nzama.
And that bit of play by Nzele results in a turnover and a score, but a timeout called by Coach Craig Gilchrist. He wants to have a couple of words with his Marlins. Final 4 minutes of this fourth quarter about to play out.
Every time we don't run something and we turn it over, someone is getting behind us. 4 and 5 are offensive rebounding, 1 and 2 and 3 are getting back. Understand me in 55. It's 55.
Well, we do have a presence out here at Wembley Arena. Fans around all the sections of Wembley Arena. And of course, the BNL also brings in the kids. And really, this is an opportunity to be exposed to something new, which is the game of basketball. And hopefully, you know, this is something that the kids take away when they go back home after the games and start playing. And we hope that what they see inspires them. Zama was coming out to get the pass, but trips on the floor. Manana for 3, fouled by Mahlinza.
Mahlinza trying to put his hand behind his back after a clear infringement, and that will see Luvuko Manana shoot 3 free throws. Shot attempted behind the 3-point line. And Manana has found some joy on the floor. Native of Port Elizabeth, plays his club basketball for the PE Comets. Has represented his province, the Eastern Cape, at senior level. Listed at 165 is Luvuko Manana. Floor, Manana once again. Madikwa connects with Luvuko Manana. And they've been enterprising in the backcourt for the Winbreakers in the fourth quarter.
Winbreakers now 48. Marlins 77. Tsele. The and one play.
That execution. The first decent bit of play on the offensive end. After 2 scoreless possessions for Coach Gilchrist out of the timeout. Ntele has been relentless for the Marlins this afternoon.
Completes the 3-point play. Bandile Ntsele. And 3:30. Banda. Madikwa the long 3. Can't get it to go. Ntsele with the rebound. Madikwa breaks down. Tsele. Madikwa, strong drive, hangs, changes hands, but can't get it to go with the right hand. Now Marlins on the break. Nzama will pull up for 3. Ngubani. Tsele has his shot pass broken up by Langa down the floor. Breaks the dunk.
So much anticipation in the arena. The crowd went quiet, and I think the moment just overroaring. Langa trying to give the crowd a show.
Ntsele. Ngubani top of the key.
Six points, 14 boards for Ngubani.
Manana has the ball taken away. Ntsele down the floor. Look out! With the one-handed stuff on Langa. Ntsele pretty much showing Langa how it's done, but this time with a defender on your back.
I thought Langa would make a lunge for the ball, but Ntsele just far enough ahead of the play. It's been 104 attempts from the Marlins. Putting it up at a prolific rate. 18 of those coming from the perimeter, and 3 of 18 as far. Still shooting it at around 50% on the interior, and 14 of 44 for the Windbreakers. Once again, managed to put up 50 points against good opposition.
Winbreakers 10 of 14 from the free throw line. Marlins 11 of 20. Ngubani. Sputlele had a bit of trouble at the free throw line to get that ball in. But evading his defender and getting it inside to Ngubani. Now Tsele will bring it down the floor. 3-on-1. Ntsele. Call coming just a little too late from the official Dengo, but a foul called, and because the Windbreakers are in the penalty, Ntsele is at the line for 2 free throws and 1:11 to play in this 4th quarter. Ntsele has had an all-round performance this afternoon. 3 of 5 from the free throw line for Ntsele. Madikwa. Ala. Banda is in the corner, will try the triple, high off the backboard, the shot ricochets, and Ngubani all the way down the floor. Ngubani pretty much with intent when he caught the pass.
I think Ngubani should have given it right back to Ntsele in the air. talk about the extra pass, and now Ntele outside Ngubani will try the 3-ball. That's his first perimeter jump shot attempt all season. Panda.
Madikwa outside, back iron on the 3. Sbuklele picks up the long rebound. Ntele with the assist, finding Duma underneath. That's Ntele's 5th assist. Ntele with the steal, finds Nzama. And the Umlazi connection making things happen. 20 seconds to play, and Ntele lunging for the steal. That long shot cued by the Windbreakers just before this sequence. The ball was quite a long 3, and the way that the ball ricocheted off the back of the rim and going far out, a long rebound for Spusi Soqele as he attempts a 3 to close out against the Windbreakers, and it is over now for the Windbreakers. And an all-round performance from the Marlins, and high fives from all the players, and that just shows from the players' perspective they are happy with this win.
They sure are happy with this win. It was a slow start for the Kwazulu Marlins, but once the offense got running, the Windbreakers really did struggle to score on the offensive end. It was an efficient performance. They got good time for the youngsters on their roster, and at the end of the day, just too strong for the Windbreakers. And at full time, the Eastern Cape Windbreakers 50, the Kwazulu Marlins 94. We have a look at the stats at full time. The Windbreakers managed to get to the line 14 times, shooting it at 71%. They were out-rebounded 29 to 65. 30 assists for the Kwazulu Marlins. 29 turnovers for the Windbreakers. The Marlins 51% from the field. It was a struggle from the field for the Windbreakers, who shot it at 32%, 14 of 44, and 4 of 20 for the KwaZulu Marlins from the perimeter. And it was a great display by the KwaZulu Marlins. Good display by that man, Bandile Ntele. He had 28 points to lead all scorers on the floor. Madikwa had 18 points for the Windbreakers, 14 Ngubani rebounds. He also had 2 blocks. Sibusiso Cele, 7 big assists for the Marlins. And as per usual, KP is on the floor with the post-match presentation, and we'll cross down to KP.
Great game by the Marlins, really turning things around after that slow start in the first quarter and running away with the game. And they ran away with this young man, Bandile Ntele, who is our MVP of the game. Bandile, congratulations. You get 2,500 Rand. Plus, you get an extra 2,500 Rand. Please say thank you to Mr. Dali Nzingwa, and he is our BNL executive. Congratulations, man.
Thanks again.
Nice game. Yeah. You came out, we had you at halftime, had a great first half, but you carried that over into the second half, finished with 28 points, which is one of the highs for the season.
I'd like to thank my team. I was open every time. I'm out of breath right now. I'm tired. But I'd like to thank my team. They deserve this 2.5, not me. It goes to the team. So I got to push. We got one more game to go. So we got to finish the season high.
Definitely one of the exciting young players coming out there with a couple of dunks for us.
I've been working hard. So yeah, again, I'd like to thank my team. And all the hard work I do at back home, always on the court shooting, playing one-on-one with the teams. So yeah, they make me improve every time.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you again.
There's a young man with a lot of talent coming out. He doesn't even know what to say. He's thanking his teammates for his incredible hops. But congratulations to him. He is our MVP. With me right now, though, I've got captain of the Windbreakers, Pandan. You guys struggled this game, but a lot of great things to work on coming into next season, right?
Yeah, there are a lot. We just need to work on that. It's been that. It's been moments of basketball that we've been playing. Everyone is saying that. We need to be consistent on our game, on defense, all of the stuff which we are doing. No, that's the only thing we can do. So for now, we just need to work on next year and come back.
As a captain, personally, what do you think? What kind of value do you need to add to this team going into next season?
I need to lead them. I need to lead them. I need to be the one who's in front in terms of everything, defense, everything that the team needs. I need to be there in terms of scoring, all the thing. I need to push these guys as far as I can. That's the thing.
Are you guys doing stuff in the Eastern Cape to build up this franchise, to get some new players in from a development standpoint?
Yeah, we are. I think there's a couple of stuff which are going to be taking part from next year. We're going to start this year until next year. So we're just building from that, and we're trying to come to recruit new players. That's the only thing we could do, because we need big guys. So that's why we're struggling all the time.
Thank you very much, man.
Thank you.
And there you have it, the Eastern Cape Windbreakers coming to a close in the season. They did get their first win of the BNL, and you know, that's kudos to them, but they definitely do have a lot to work on. With me right now, I've got Darren Holcomb, who is the captain of the Kwazulu Marlins. Darren, I know it's bittersweet you guys have got this win, but I'm sure you guys wanted to make the playoffs too.
Yeah, obviously this is a nice game to win, but we wanted to have a winning season, to finish in the playoffs and give ourselves a roll of the dice at the championship. But all credit to the team. You know, we had a bad start to the season. They've come out fighting, and we've now pulled to 500, which is good. Next week we get to finish with a positive season. So,
what's your take on the young guys? I see Coach Craig is starting to run them a little bit more. Are you happy with their development so far?
Absolutely. You know, all the old dogs in the team need to start stepping down. The youngsters need to start stepping up, and today was a good example of that. They played excellent basketball, good defense, hustling, and all kudos to them. Really well played.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, KP.
And there you have it, guys. Darren Holcomb, the winning captain for the Kwazulu Marlins. Stay with us. We are still going to be here at Wembley Indoor Arena. We have some live games coming out here. You want to stay with us. We will be right back over here at Wembley Indoor Arena. Catch you soon.